Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown, the largest international curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you decided to join us to watch some of the top teams from around the world participate in this event. My name is Jesse Hamonic, and I'm the Vice President and Country Head of Nutrien Ag Solutions Canada. Like farming, curling brings our communities together, and Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to promoting the diversity of sport within the communities where we work and live. We're so grateful to the Western Showdown team for allowing us to partner with them to bring you this event, and I want to wish you all, the teams, a safe and successful event.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Curling Showdown. We're so glad you've decided to join us to come see some of the world's best curlers participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the Branch Director for RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're also proud to support the 2023 Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Curling Showdown, as RBC is committed to working with our community to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the community in which we live. Thank you to everyone on the organizing committee for putting this great event together, and on behalf of RBC Dominion Securities, enjoy the tournament.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Good morning from Saskatchewan, or good afternoon if you happen to be watching from Ontario, or anywhere east. I want to welcome you once again to the SaskTel Curling Stadium live coverage of the Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown. My name is Sean Joyce. We got C event action for you here this morning. Kevin Cooley, Korey Dropkin. Winner moves on to a qualifier at 5:45 this afternoon. They'll be facing the loser of one of the B qualifiers. If you lose this game, you go home. Big game here for these two teams. We've got action already in the first end. The center guard thrown up. Rock around to the top 8 foot. A freeze. A draw to the corner. A hit. Now onto the 6th stone of the end. This is the second for the Dropkin team, Mark Fenner. The lead is Thomas Howell. Third, who actually skips the team, he's in the house, Andrew Stapera. And on the right, if we look at it there, the 4th thrower, Korey Dropkin. It's the hit, rolls a little to the outside. You want to roll behind the guard, get it in behind the tee line. He asking for the hit now from second man Jacques Gauthier. The lead for the team, sweeping on the right. Eric Martin. Tyler Tardy, the third, indicating the white might be down just a little bit. The skip of this team, the 4th rock thrower, Kevin Cooley, in the house. Made the hit, but that little bit down weight over curled on him. Shooter rolls all the way out of play. Stapera content to play to that open side. Sitting 1 behind cover right now. Love to just keep playing out to the corner for the rest of the end and try to secure an easy boost. Nothing out of the brushers here. They're not even bent over. That's usually an indication this might be a little warm. Starting to curl and maybe slowing down while it does. Post rest, pull back 12. Second shot. Kevin Cooley not willing to concede the easy boost. Going to play the come around. Tyler Tardy, left-handed, so this is an out turn. Brushers were on this most of the way down. The weight's not bad, but he's trying to fry both of those stones at the top of the house. I think he just rubbed the yellow one. Just enough to straighten it out, leaves piece exposed. Enough for Andrew Stapera to make a play and probably hold the shooter. Rushers just cleaning. Now they've gone to the offside sweep looking for some extra curl. Didn't see the mechanic early, but it's a great buy. The spot is to eliminate the yellow stone back 12 foot, try to roll and sit 2 of these. Suggestion from the other end might have been to throw the guard. Might be looking at the run back as well. Kevin wants to talk about it. Tyler Tardy going to make his way down to the far end. Discussion. I'm not sure whose idea it was. It looks like it was Tyler suggesting tuck around the top of 12 to the corner on the yellow. Great shot if you make it. It's a hard shot. It was very close to what he gets through, though. They're going to play some kind of an out-turn draw again. I just didn't see the call, whether they settled on trying to come in again, or he could just be playing straight guard as well. That's an option. Rushers just cleaning early. Waiting on the line, really. Starting to curl now, and they pick up the brush. Looks like they were playing this as a straight guard all the way. Those two guards fairly close together, so there might be the opportunity for the double peel. Like the call here is Anderson going to try to hit the stand line first, come across the top, and the other one clip it, and hopefully the shooter's up and out of the way as well. Nothing out of the brushers. This time he was a little wide on the first one. Might have been a hair wide on that one as well. Hit them almost at exactly the same time. Did probably hit the one first because it's still on the outside. Leaves his shooter for a guard. Needed to hit that first one a little thicker. Might be enough of the redstone at the top as well for available for Korey Dropkin to try a slash double over the top of the one. Kevin Hughes is looking at. He'd be able to hold the shooter if he made that. Kevin was thinking about hitting this yellowstone as fast 12 foot on the last one. He shot at them now. Hit and roll into the 8 foot, sit 2. Even if Korey Dropkin makes that slash double, which looks not rocket fast. Probably not critical that he rolls into the 8. Korey Dropkin's going to play something on the drop in the middle, but it's very important that he stick around. Makes the hit, roll towards the middle, and this might roll a little too far. Korey Dropkin on the brush. As soon as it hits the line, gets it out the back of the rings, it is still in play. Korey still thinking he's got room around the outside to play. The in-turn for him. In-turn tap on the shot stone, roll to the outside, sit 2. Korey making his way back down. Not sure if he saw something else from the half, or if maybe it just doesn't look as good. He certainly can't see a lot of that stone. And just the paragraph ran very straight. We don't know, or he might have done something to the release. Didn't see anything. It does look like they tightened up the wind. day 4 here from Swift Current. We have seen all week long that these rocks run very straight between the hog line. And the hog line in, it will curl a lot. So just because you can only see a small piece of that rock doesn't mean it's not possible to hit here. That's moving after the hog line now. They're sweeping from the offside, looking for some extra curl. Again, just going to rub the edge of that rock this time. Pushes it out into the open on the other side, but not able to remove it from play. So that's 2 already down that side that ran a little straighter than we expected. Kevin Pugh really now the decision is you throw a straight dart on that and you try to tuck it around to the top of 4-foot. If you do that, you have to bury the shooter so you don't lose a double. But the indication is they're going to try to come into the top of the 4-foot, sit 2, get a sliver of your shooter underneath the yellow stone at the top of the 8-foot. They'll also protect against the no shots. Korey Dropkin may have to play a wide in-turn draw. Try to catch the edge of the button. I think he always got left to score. Final stone of the opening end for Kevin Pugh. Korey Dropkin with last rock. Pugh sitting 1 right now in the corner of the button. It's open. Need to bring another one in top 4. Brushes it close, but looking for curl. Sweeping for some curl. He's got to get the edge of this rock under cover or he'll leave a double. Even thinking they might be able to chisel in off their own. I think I heard a whoa call at the end there, maybe thinking it was just freeze, but it was too late to make that decision. Does leave the chance for Korey Dropkin to make the double. Doesn't have to get the second stone all the way out, just have to get it all the way out of the 8-foot. Look at it from back end, but if he gets that light on the nose, it might not roll far enough. So he's going to have to get a little bit to the inside. Andrews Ferreira clean up the path just in case they jam the first a little bit too solid. Again, it doesn't have to leave the ring, it just has to leave the 8-foot. Just go a little bit firmer away here just because he has to get close to the nose. He's starting to curl. Got to stay close to the nose if he's going to hold the shooter. Makes the hit, catches both reds. How far is the shooter going to roll? Now the shooter stopped before the red one. Put 2 points on the board for Korey Dropkin. He'll take a 2-0 lead here in this C semifinal against Kevin Pugh. Pugh will have last rock in number 2.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Two points for Korey Dropkin in the first end to the first stone here in the second. They'll throw the center guard. Getting through to the corner guard. Now the come around attempt for Thomas Howell. Five rock, 3 yard zone rule, of course, in effect. The no tip zone released last year. In fact, for all competitive events, I believe, this year. You have to be careful coming by the center guard. That's why you see them sweeping, trying to get off that yellow one. There's that big movement we've been talking about from the hog line in. Been like that all weekend long. So you actually, to come around the corner guard like that, you'll notice he was closer to the yellow center than he was to the red corner. It's just about completely buried. Hard to do anything good with that red on the corner, so Mark Bennett being asked to come around again, sit on top of their own shot stone, sit 2 in the middle, behind cover. I think they had initially called to sit on top of their own, but the line was holding out there for their own, so they tried to come by it. Get behind it enough that he probably didn't leave a double. That was the 5th stone of the end, however, so no more free guards. Nothing really thinking about playing the run back. Might be able to get rid of all 3 yellows and the shooter ever so slightly off the center line. Might be able to get it very far off if he's playing triple. Also talking about coming around just a little tap on the shot stone. The one that's buried, the shooter will roll over on top of the stone that was just delivered. Chuck Gauthier. It looks nice. They're waiting for the curl now, sweeping from the offside to try to get the extra curl. Just look at that stone and spins across just a little bit past the second shot. Now it was shot rock. Leaves room for Mark Benner to play the hit and roll off the red sit three. Again, having to sweep from the offside to get some curl makes the nice hit and roll into the pocket of the two yellows. Getting through, looking at a run back now. We'll get all three of them. Can kill two, maybe could kill two and the guard. Stuff it. Close. Makes the hit, drives it back. Oh, just rubs the side of that red shot that was hit in the pocket. Moves all the yellows around, but doesn't kill any of them. Gets the shooter off the center line. Still a better situation now for two than it was. Dropped in the shot rock and second shot rock. A little off the center line now. You could protect, but probably at best you're looking at a force. Most of the reason for this question is it's got nothing to do with what you can make. It's what are we leaving if we throw the guard here? So they're looking to bring the guard in fairly tight. Just fully across the center line. Enough so that they don't leave the port through the shot stone and take away as much of the middle as they can. They don't want to leave Kevin the thin double off the stone in the 8 foot either. Pretty much right where they tapped the ice. So you might have to look at running that one back. The run back's really his own chance to get rid of both the yellows and the 4-foot. The risk with it is just because of how straight a line those rocks are in. You could jam both of them. You could double jam the guard coming back, jam the one at the top of the 4 on the one at the back of the 4. You'd be a little unlucky if you put it like that and not get one of them out. On the brush on this one right away. Drives it across the top, does kill both yellows with the 4-foot, and rolls his shooter all the way across to leave shot rock exposed. Now Korey Dropkin's got a there for his first thought was to come around the corner. The problem with that is that stone at the top of the 8-foot is wide open. You might leave a double from that stone. If you're buried around the corner, that would be two shot behind cover. You can't leave them that double. They're going to elect the guard shot stone. A little warm, that one's going to come into the range and ran quite straight on the move. Seen that a few times here this morning. But the rocks would have been prepared for competition. Sanders coming on prior to the event starting. We're into the 4th day now. It was Thursday. It's the 1-draw Wednesday. Possible they're starting to straighten out just a little bit. Still lots of movement. They maybe need to tighten up the room an inch or two from what they've been doing all week. Big opportunity here for the Blue team. They give up 2 in the first. Rather tardy. Big wave here. It's fairly close to the nose. Make the double and the flat rolling behind the corner on the other side of the center line. Makes the double. Not able to roll far enough. He had to hit fairly solid on the first one to make sure the double. That's why he needed the big weight. Is sitting 2, but there's a slash double available. He rolled a buried on there. He's talking about 3. Korey Dropkin here. Corner rock probably jams. Half. Pick up the he's thinking. Half is pretty close to making the double. And a third, you might, I mean, it's going to jam fairly solid with a third, but these are lively rocks and should spin at least into the open, if not out the back. Not sure what kind of weight he's going to throw here. If he wants to hold the shooter, what he needs to hit, he can't throw it real big, and doesn't have to make the double. A little bit more room for error, though, if you throw up weight. Post might be a little thin. Fairly solid jam on the second one, but should spin back into the open. He had left the ice surface for a moment, just making his way back now. I expect we'll see him try to Christmas tree this around the corner guards. Korey Dropkin's got just all of that stone. So if you don't do something over there, you leave the possibility of being rolling in behind cover. We'll be looking to bring this into the top 12, maybe bite the 8-foot, half around the guard, and that means the shooter will be half covering the stone corner of the 4-foot as well. He's very much a creature of habit. He's got to throw these draws. You know he's always going to discuss the weight from the front end. Will not settle into the hack, so he's sure he knows what he wants to throw. Derek Martin on the brush from the inside. Firm clean so far. Got room by the guard, but this is really curling. Might be a little strong as well. If maybe we're trying to hold the line for that exact tap they got. He kept curling. Would have left it exposed. Even with the tap, he gets that Christmas tree effect that we were talking about. He's got a piece of his shooter under the guard and the other edge of his shooter protecting the shot stone. He dropped him to make a hit on either stone. He's going to have a hard time holding the shooter. Really much Korey Dropkin can do here to prevent the deuce. So to make sure you get this rock out of the ring, not too worried about holding your shooter. Not going to take too much risk of hitting one at the top of the 8-foot. Makes the hit on stone, does hold his shooter, but rolls too far to be shot rock. Getting through just where he needs to put the through for the draw to the button. Kind of spying a little bit in the game. I think the preview was available for viewers at home as well if you were watching. I think this might have been decided through this draw to the button. Quick look at the stopwatches by the brushers, and then both brushes were down. Martin never lifted his brush, but he did have the head up on a few times. And that stone right into the top of the 4-foot, 7-2. Answers that deuce in the first with a deuce of his own here in number 2. We're all tied up. 2 apiece. Korey Dropkin will have last drop in the third.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough? Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea? Great idea. Let's talk more about next year. I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrien Financial. Financing that's in the field with you.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Third end just underway. The center guard's going with the first stone. Come back from the break. We saw the stone delivered by Alex Howell to come around to the top of the 8th. Now, Garrett Martin with his second stone. If he come around and maybe nudge that back from the other side. Rutcher's really working hard to try to get this right down to the face. Leave a little bit of space between the two of them. Nice angle. See enough of the red to the yellow. Thomas Howell being asked to come down and sit on top of the red. I think they'd like to get just over the top of it. Good. Not sure from the body language. It sounds like they're not necessarily thrilled about that call from the other end. They're going to go right around everything except 2. 3 is you don't get past the nose. You're just going to leave yellow, red, yellow lined up for 7-2. This one's starting to curl already. It's got a really nice line coming into the house here. Coming around a stone in the top of the 12-foot, and it's 2/3 buried at the top of the 4-foot. Jack Gauthier will look to follow that down, sit on the face of it. Maybe on this angle, the corner. Stone to make a play on the yellow later. Once he was by the ones in the front, sweeping from the offside, looking to the left to curl, and maybe a little too much weight. He bumps off, pushes it in behind cover, and importantly, the shooter rolling out like that leaves room for Mark Benner to play the hit ball under cover to pitch it through here. It'll all be buried. Kevin Cruz expecting the shot to be made. Not even looking at the rock they're hitting. He's looking at the lineup on that center line, looking ahead to what they might be able to do about it. The hit rolls right across on top of the zone. He's what Kevin Cruz is looking at. You can see enough of that red. Drive it onto the yellow in the 8-foot. It doesn't catch the 2 at 4-foot field. Just rub the one just to break them up a little bit. Should leave the stone you hit right in behind cover. Lose the shooter and throw some weight at this. Do some weight at it and still looking for curl. It's the hit. Does rub the stone at the top of the 4-foot, and that big weight actually kills the back one. Spills everything out from behind cover. Mark Benner being asked to make the hit on his second shot. You saw the indication. Want to roll to the outside. Don't want anything to do with that guard. Keep the 2 yellows well spread out. Makes the hit. He's very quiet on the way. Somebody close to the nose. Make sure they got it out to that. Looking to hit on what his second shot stone. One just delivered a roll under cover. They could make a roll under cover on the shot stone as well. With Wildmore's, you might be behind the tee line, even if you're not. There's separation between that rock and the card. On this ice, Korey Dropkin. Make the hit. It's a bit of a rollover at the edge of that rock under cover. Korey Dropkin's first thought was to play the hit on that stone roll to the corner. Have to be a little careful with this. Can't see all of it. If you hit it too thin, you put it onto your own. The 3 players at the other end can't quite see the angle. They're not in love with the call. Kind of caught between the rock and hard play. They would like to make sure they're hitting 2. They'd like to get rid of this red stone, but they don't like the risk associated that could drive this on your own. He's very quiet weight, knowing that he needed to get as close to the nose as he could. And probably didn't use all of the broom either. Crashes the guard. The shooter across towards the board and spun back a little bit at the end. It's still in play. not protecting any of the rings. Gives Tyler Tardy a chance to make a play on shot stone. Got a hit for 2. Corner guard over there, though. I think you want to roll behind that. Roll behind the corner and see Korey Dropkin call for the corner free throw. See if it's going to get a boost. Now they have to make it as a hit and roll if they're going to get buried. Andrew Stefera skips the team but throws the third stone, looking for the hit and roll behind the corner guard. Makes the hit, but it's going to be a little thin. Removes the red stone, but loses his shooter as well. Skip stone still to come here in third end. Kevin Peavy sitting one top 12, but where do you put the second rock? It almost doesn't matter where you put it. You know, Korey Dropkin could have hit and roll, try to hit and roll behind something. Kevin Peavy indicated top 8, but was thinking there, if you go top 8, but Korey Dropkin makes the hit and roll behind something, it's going to be a shorter roll. Or, pardon me, a shorter freeze. Shorter run back. He tries. I think they've indicated they want to go back to the ceiling. So then, if Korey Dropkin plays the hit, regardless of which way he goes, whether he goes behind the corner and makes the roll perfect, he should be behind the key line. He would have come down to the freeze. That stone right on the tee line. It is shot stone. Full 4 foot. Korey Dropkin can try to roll either way. He can roll in behind the corner. Longer roll to get behind the corner, but safer. And I say safer, and if you roll behind that stone in the top 12 foot, behind the tee line, 7 2s, 3 to screw it, you are not going to have a lot of room to screw it. Going to be behind the tee line if you make the roll buried towards the corner as well, but then if Kevin Peavy lets the follower come down and freeze on top of it, he makes it pretty good. You've got all of the 8 foot for your single. You have to be careful. You make sure you stay in the ring, so you roll too far. Kevin Peavy has down that stone top 12. They need some curl here. They've gone to the offside sweep to try to get a little extra curl. They've already rolled out once this end. Makes the hit. The story of this game so far has been a number of stones that have run just a little bit straighter than what they're expecting them to. The fourth one now, if I remember correctly, same spot. Great on. Two in the first, there's two here. So it does give Kevin Cooley a chance to come around his own stone top 12 foot. He can dead around it before 4 foot. He doesn't. The dead there. Third behind cover. Might be able to grab a piece of the button. Makes it too hard for Korey Dropkin to drop the one. Dropkin attempts to pull for the blind. A lot of room early, and it's not curling yet. A couple of draws earlier that were already curling by this point. It's going to be a little strong. Shoot gets it back right away. So Dropkin meets it at the tee line. Guides it out the back of the house. So it will be a blank attempt for Korey Dropkin with that draw sliding through. Needs to hit on the broom side. It's fairly thick. He probably rolls into his own side. That's only just barely in play, but if he rolls into that, I don't think there's any bad luck you could have where you could still end up in the rings. Roll broom side, the blind. Actually, a little less than half on this first one. Probably roll under that for safe. If the quarter does underneath it, it's blank. Here and in number 3, we're still tied 2 apiece. Kevin Cooley, Korey Dropkin, winner moving on to qualifier. He will go home.
I've been farming on my own right for 40 years now, I think. It's a very wholesome enterprise. You have very, very busy periods when you have to go hard. So many of our windows are so tight that you just can't afford to miss a couple days of seeding.
When a producer places their trust in us, that when it's time for them to be able to make their living, we're going to be there. That's a tremendous responsibility that is not a one-day-a-year thing, right? In order to actually deliver on that, you have to build your processes and you have to build your team and you have to have a mindset of operational excellence, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And it's our job to make sure that they don't go wrong. Or if they do go wrong, that we can fix it before it affects our customer.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
Similar start here to this fourth inning. The center guard is thrown up, coming around to the top of the fourth inning. Eric Martin with his second stone is going to come down, sit on the base for that stone. mentioned going into the break that either this team will be eliminated. Say, from a point of view, that's one of the advantages of triple knockout. The more you stand, if you're still playing, you're still alive. Women's event on here as well at the Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown, playing round robin pools. There will be teams playing in the next draw, sitting at 2 losses. Not only needing to win themselves, but they'll be looking around. They need some help from some other teams, and that's the little difference that you see in a draw with a round robin pool. You're not always in control of your own fate. These two teams know as long as they keep winning, they keep. Thomas Howell was kicked on Redstone, comes across with the shooter undercover, nudges his own shot to the corner of the button. It's mostly exposed now. Okay, to run the guard back. I heard the call. It's just a normal weight. They'd like to stick it. Cover. Keep the guard up in front of the rings as well. Boy, how good is that? Run the guard back about 7-8 feet. Sticks it on the top of the forefoot, dead in behind cover. That was the 5th stone of the end, though. No 2 guard zone anymore, so and Mr. Farah asking Mark Penner to play the run back. They'll have to do it just a little bit differently. He's looking to double the 2 reds. Has to throw just a hair past the face. Makes the hit, catches the 2nd red, rolls the shooter to a corner guard. Those shots are just not that easy. No. It doesn't matter how easy they make them look. Fairly open situation in the house now. Favors Korey Dropkin. He's got shot rock on the edge of the floor and corner guard. And do not have to go too crazy here this early in the game. So he's just going to hit the shot stone. Rolls across to the back of the 8-foot. Has a sliver underneath that corner guard at least. Not sure he wanted that roll. Rolls another foot. There's probably calling for the come around on the corner guard and be able to use that for back as well. As it is, asking Mark Penner to play the hit roll back towards the center line. And get a little deeper in the house still. Could have been plan B. I thought the initial indication was they were trying to roll towards the center line. I realized that was going to over curl on them. They tried to get another inch of curl and tuck it further in behind. Ends up making the hit, stays right there. The same attempt for Chuck Jay. Oh, pardon me, it is Tyler Tardy. 1 to 3rd stones now. And they do want to roll away from that corner guard for sure. Gets to the back of the forefoot. Across the center line. Shapiro with the hit stays there. For the Dropkin team, really two ways to go about it if you're getting into that corner guard. Either you try to roll there, roll really deep. Kevin Cooley follows you down, just like the rest of the end. Behind the corner guard, try to set up two, or you look to exchange nose hits here a couple of times, and then when you play the hit over, you should be in front of the two line. However, that changes things. Tyler Hardy not able to make the nose hit, rolls over to the corner of the 12-foot. You want to hit that. Korey kind of deferring to the far end and get the 2 shots. They can play the hit and roll behind cover. They'll be well behind the 2 line. Or you could just draw around your own corner guard, and even if you leave half of it exposed, the red stone at the back is well put it on your 22. You have to be careful not to jam on. This is a very defensive call. You make it perfectly, you make it fourth. Makes the hit, stays right there. Different dilemma for Kevin Cooley. He doesn't want to roll behind the corner guard because if he does, he knows Korey Dropkin will throw the draw. I think the discussion is they'd like to roll past the guard, maybe into the back of the 8-foot, closer to the center line. Makes the hit. It's going to roll just a little bit to the outside. Does hang on to half the 12-foot. Shot drop. They dropped it again. He can't hit this stone. It's indicating now they're looking for the nose hit. Kevin Cooley on his last one. With his last one, he will try to roll Barry with force that way. It does stay right there. Kevin Cooley indicating let's try to roll behind that corner. Last couple of hits here is very straight. You see that room inside the edge of the rock, not throwing big weight, although I think they indicated this might be a little more weight than what they called for. Just past the halfway, already looking to sweep the curl. Makes the hit. Over curled that. Good. believe probably a thick half available for Korey Dropkin by the blank. Just has to decide if he's comfortable flirting with the guard. I think he's already decided to do it. It's just where do you hit the bird and how hard do you hit it. After the two teams exchanged deuces in the first and second, we had a blank in the third, and Korey Dropkin with his final stone here in the fourth, looking to blank here as well. Picked up the brush fairly early. Room by the guard. Still moving big though. Makes the hit. That big weight able to roll out easily. We've got a blank end again in end number 4. Still 2-all between Korey Dropkin and Kevin Toohey, and it'll be Dropkin his last rock to game pick.
I've got the bill.
Well, now I've got the tip.
Standard tip increased 2% this year.
That's why I keep you around. So, corn's looking great.
Well, our crop plan is working.
And we locked in that input financing at the perfect time.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough?
Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea. Let's talk more about next year.
I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrien Financial. Financing that's in the field with you.
Third end in a row, we've got the same opening strip, center guard thrown. Come around. That'll be his last rock. Drop the team. Derek Martin now being asked to come down, sit on the face of shot stone. It was an audible to trying to come around it at the last minute, but they didn't really have the weight for that. weight was actually really good for the freeze attempt. They just didn't get to the line. That has been an ongoing problem for both teams here in this game. Under curling on them just a little bit. They're a long ways off. But now, doesn't get them the result they're looking for. Thomas Howell rolls over to the corner of his own stone. Laughing those yellows. Kevin Toohey wants to come right around them. It is maybe just a little bit straighter here to get into the early afternoon, but than it had been earlier in the week. But it's still and it doesn't really change what you see with the sweepers there. It's been such late movement all week long that it really it's trying on the sweepers' patience. They have to wait so long. They don't want to sweep it before it starts to break, and then once it does, they can do so much with. Influencing the curl, maybe get a little extra curl if they have to bury it. That's okay with that one. Ends up really, but back 8 foot. Then they're going to look to just move the guard. And Dropkin already talked to me. They don't love the overlap on the yellow stuff and the red guard. Remember, this essentially makes like 3 guards with maybe a bit. They feel it once. They're really looking to put it back. Have to expect Mark Benner will be asked to do the guard again. A little tighter this time. So the indication from Andy Stapera, they don't mind clipping the yellow, losing one of them, but getting rid of the overlap. Close enough now that you could take a run at that. You're probably not very likely to dead jam it. Anyways, off if you're playing, you dead jam it. It's the hit. Oh, just by the face of that stone. So if you just rub that coming by, it would not even killed either of the yellow stones. It's really enough to break up that angle. Going to play the guard one more time. We know that at some point in time, they throw one too many guards. The opposite team will just come around themselves. I can't believe they would do it this early. They're going to throw at least one more guard. It's going to be a little bit higher to make an attempt to touch the yellows a little tougher. Korey Dropkin making it seem like they'd like to come around now. And I'm just not sure, though, whether he really thinks he'll like coming around or he just wants to make sure Kevin Dewey thinks that if you put one more guard, we're going to come around the next time. But you're going to play the draw. Got a couple of options playing the draw from it. We're going to opt for the intern side. If he doesn't get by, he might leave a better lineup on the 2 yellows. Might actually be playing that on purpose now. I think heading back 12. They're playing the split on the stone that the second of the 2 yellow stones. You can see about half of it. Got to push it into the 8 foot, get rid of that overlap. Roll the shooter into the 8 as well. Not sure they can get either one of them in far enough to be shot rock, but now it's mostly about getting rid of that overlap. The second, third, and fourth, that red at the back of the 12th, back of the 8 foot stretch was pretty lonely. Looking for some curl here. That actually looked like maybe they're playing the top one. And that last little bit of spin by the shooter, I'm not sure if he shot rough. It might still be Cooley at the back of the 8 foot, regardless. Second, third, and fourth spread out at the top of the 8 foot. For the Dropkin team, you've got those rocks that they can promote, and the one that might be shot rock, at the very least, if they had to, they could come off that rock. Riley's already looking to make a hit on what is third shot rock. Come just across the face, roll in a piece at least underneath that yellow stone on the center line, and maybe create another overlap situation at the top of the 8 foot. It's it, and we'll just far enough to overlap them. Korey Dropkin wants to hand it at the end here, so he knows what he's throwing at. Kind of looks like he hits his own yellow stone, the one that's intersecting the center line. You can't see all of it. It's hit, not hard, but back 12-ish weight. You're going to pop that red right beside it out into the open, probably into the 12 foot somewhere. Shooter rolls a little bit to the right if you look at it from the overhead. But that Yellowstone off the red is going to come back to the right as well. You could you bring both yellows over together, have the rock in the 12 foot, cover the one that comes back into the corner of the button. Again, you could be sitting shot. I think the red at the back is shot right now. It's not positive, it's close. You could end up sitting shot third and fourth here after this. Shot rock would be buried by a rock in the 12 foot. two questions really here is how hard you want to hit this. And then this is the spot. We've already had 4 rocks in the game that have gone a little too straight on them. We even had one that went right by. Discussion there about how much ice do we need to make stuff. On the net, we now back away and sweeping for curl. Off the room by the guard. Maybe a little thin on the first one. Again, another rock that really didn't curl quite as much as they thought. Just gets a touch on the edge, moves the red over. Shooter spills into the 8-foot. So nudge that other stone up a little bit. So it is definitely Dropkin hitting shot rock right now. Might be a triple there for 7-2. In the stone that's still intersecting the center line. Have your shooter come across back into the stone that was just delivered and then back to the shot stone. Really thin on the first one. Whether the side of the second one or the third one at all. You almost can't hit that first one too thin. But you want a quarter of a rock at the most. Even if you miss the rock that's half in the 12th foot altogether, you just can get into the side of a shot rock right now, you'll be sitting 2. The hit comes across, does just get the yellow and pushes the other one a little bit forward. And stays corner frozen behind it to sit 3. So Korey Dropkin looking like he's going to have to score here anyway, thinking maybe he'll try to get forced for 2. He's going to play the draw. Indication is they're going to come right to the back one. This might be just because you're facing 3. Come to the back one, you expect 7-2 follows it down, and probably forced. But you put this in the front of the house anywhere in this cover. I think we've got a number of rocks you can come off of to get at it. And then you might be looking at a steal. The brushes yet. We're standing up fairly straight. Starting to curl now, but it looks like it might be a little bit strong as well. The combination of that spot maybe being a little straighter today and the extra weight slides by it. The 7-2 sitting at least 2. Might be 3. Gives him a chance to draw in a spot where he may give you a steal, though. Not a real big surprise here. Kevin Cooley opting for the outturn. Jimmy Carter did so well. Goes the intern really well as well. More comfortable, more confident, I guess, in his outturn. This particular case, there also could be a factor that hasn't been a problem for the Cooley team, but we've seen a number of the Dropkin team stones on that intern side runs up a little bit straighter today. Could just be that there's a spot in the ice on that intern side. Wants to bury this. In this is the top forefoot, and we bite the button behind Kelly. We've got a chance to steal here in the fifth end. Tie game. Kevin Cooley, Korey Dropkin. Final stone for Cooley without last rock. Being a little excited by the guard. Like this out into the open. Maybe just a sliver. After Korey Dropkin to make Korey Dropkin pretty no hesitation up into the draw. It's a similar draw to what he just threw. Now, yes, he was heavy on the last one, but he was trying to come to a rock and back loop. But anyway, he wasn't that far off the route he was trying to throw. The line he was looking for. Korey Dropkin, final stone here in the fifth end, facing three, at least might be four. Shot rock fully in the forefoot, needs a piece of the button. Just didn't want to go early. This was really starting to curl. He's got to get by that stone at the top of the forefoot. Actually, he's going to rub off it. He might have needed that rub. Even as it is, I think it might have spun just a little bit too far. Oh, close. We're going to measure. And somehow that seems fitting. With 2-all playing the fifth. It's been a close game all the way through. And we'll be close enough for at least one measurement in this game. Had a chance to do a few games here from Chip Curtin. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Every time you have to do a measurement on a televised game, the stick is always at the other end. We'll have it now. In this competition, it is the teams that measure their own rocks. So we'll see Tyler Tardy and Andrew Scripera in the house. Boy, it's really close. We might have to wait to see who gets into the hacks first to determine who scored, because nobody pointed at it. We know somebody puts up a single point. Looks like it might be a steal of one. Korey Dropkin thinking they might have had one, went back, checked the pinhole, but it's Derek Martin pulling a rock out of the corner. So put a steal of one on the board for Kevin Cooley. He'll have a 1-point lead in last rock going into the sixth.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
After the measurement, it is a steal of one for Kevin Cooley. Takes the 1 point lead into the sixth. And with the lead, they call for the first stone in the forefoot. Thomas Howell goes to corner guard. And now Eric Martin will be looking to protect shots. I have to admit, I didn't see the call. I don't know if they're coming right into the rings. Try to be on the center line for sure. Still not sure if they actually wanted that in the rings or if they were sweeping at the end because they needed to get it to curl enough to protect shot stone. They're going to ignore it regardless, asking Thomas Howell to come around the corner guard to with his first look. Brings it around into the full 12 foot, and it is good buried behind the corner. Got Gauthier now being asked to come around the corner. Maybe nudge that out in the open. Sit on the corner, but it wouldn't be bad either. He's got the lead here. He's just looking the way to not give up two. This is still just a fifth stone at the end. He'll be able to hit something on the next one. That offside sweep, trying to get close to the Yellowstone if they could, but still it's fairly thin, rolls off, pushing it even further in behind cover. Now the only piece of it you can see is on the outside. Cooley sitting two for the time being. Mark Bennett looking to play the hit on the stone that was just below that roll in front of Shot Rock. It's just a little bit thin, makes the roll, but all the way across the roof, but on the other side. So fully setting shot, stone at the top of the button. Second and third belonging to Dropkin. Third Shot Rock is going buried behind the corner. Looking at making a run on that corner to try to kill 2 yellows. The only way to kill 2 yellows is no double available on the other side. Jack Gauthier. Big weight on the in-turn. To make the run. Just drives it by the stone in the rings. Does manage to roll the shooter all the way across. The 2 yellow stones both open now. Parrot's first thought was to try to freeze on a shot stone. If this call's coming from the other end, they're going to look to put the guard back. This rock, the one they're trying to cover, is just third shot, but it's the one that's high enough in the ring that Kevin Two might be able to come off it and do some damage. Replaces the guard, so we're going to ask once again for the run back. And this time, Tyler Tardy. It's close. Makes contact with the stone in the rings and throws it out of play. Shooter rolls back towards that center line, but Shot Rock is still exposed. The reverse edge on that board, if you wanted to play at Shot Rock, would have to throw a lot of weight now, though. You have to play the double. Or in this case, it looks like Korey Dropkin is just playing the hit and roll. So they'll look to drive that red between the red and yellow in the rings, roll the shooter over behind cover. Not trying to make the double at all. Play the double, you probably have to hit it on the broom side, go over the top, roll the shooter to the open side. Boy makes that perfect. He's dead buried. Passes the redstone between the 2 in the rings. But it's still good. Kevin Two is looking at the run back. He could certainly make a play on what is second Shot Rock, but it's hard not to leave a double, and this rock is buried so well. You're probably leaving a deuce in play. Tyler Tardy makes a run back on his first, makes another run back on his second. And the shooter does hang on to a bite at the edge of the 12, and that's important because it certainly looks like that would take the blank out of play. Andrew Stapera now looking to hit and roll behind cover. The opportunity they've been waiting patiently for. He's going to play on shot rock. As has been the problem for the Dropkin team so far today, a little bit of an underthrow. He actually rolled broomside and leaves a double for Kevin Cooley to sit two. Actually, it might be easier if he hits the back stone first. If he hits the higher stone first, that's the indication it's off to Kevin. Have to be careful not to spin out over the top. Gets the higher one first. He's got to hit it very thin. He actually could hit the back stone first and hit the other one all the way out the side. So it throws enough weight to be able to make it that way. Caught the first in. That's the problem with hitting that higher rock first, is you get so much action on the shooter. It spins across, catches his own stone, and spins out. Now the blank, a possibility for Korey Dropkin. Still has that one corner guard to work with, and chance to perhaps get a cheap deuce. One good draw. We might have no choice left but to try the run back. And just how deep they get with this draw. At the tee line, or behind it certainly, but at the tee line you might see Kevin Cooley try to follow it down. Two opportunities for Korey Dropkin to draw in the fifth, and he's just about a foot heavy on each of them. The Brushers have not touched this one either. This is definitely going to be deep. Riccardi meeting it at the tee line. Guides it to the back 12. It is buried. By being that far back, he actually giving Kevin Cooley a little bit to think about. Could follow it down and get the force. Deep enough, he could even, the indication was just tap it through. Make sure there's no chance for two. Some suggest he might just play a draw at the top of the house, but that's a pretty long guard, and you hate to give up two. I don't think you'll ever look at that. They're looking to follow it down for sure. I'm just not sure whether they're wanting to tap it through. The only problem you might have if you're trying to tap it through is you don't get right to the nose. You don't have to roll very far before Korey Dropkin will have a chance to play for the blank. You need to stay dead in behind cover here. There's Martin just cleaning. Jack Lakey picking it up as across the hog line. Lots of room by the guard. They're trying to get as much curl as they can to get to the nose now. He's in danger of hitting this thin enough he doesn't get it out. Or just enough to get it out of the 12-foot, but does roll out into the open and gives Korey Dropkin the chance to blank this sixth end. Who played this entire end like he was content with the blank it. He might actually be happier with the blank than a force, because the force would give him last rock in the odd end. He might be thinking here, we'll get the force in 7 and have last rock coming home. Things first, Korey Dropkin has to make the hit and roll out for the blank, but Dewey was thinking blank in 6 and force in 7. You might see him throw a guard in 7. He came in here in 6. We're going to find out shortly. Korey Dropkin with the blank. Kevin Dewey continues to lead by 1. Korey Dropkin will have last rock again in number 7.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough? Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea. Let's talk more about next year. I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrien Financial. Financing that's in the field with you.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Speculated about it before we went into the break, and he does. 7-2 calls for the center guard to start things off here in the 7th end. And there calls for the come around. When you see him 4-foot downstairs mark, to come right down to the face of that stone. Martin with the weight to get to that stone all there by itself. Control him just a little bit, and he's only about a foot heavy on that. In the story, the whole game, they don't quite curl as much as you'd hope. Rubs off that stone, kicked out in the open. Chance for Thomas Howell now to remove that sit 2. Thinks the hit rolls a little bit out, but might have stayed close enough to the double. Don't know if 7-2 is quite just yet. Doesn't want to see a blank here. between Jack Gauthier once again to try to freeze on the corner of shot stone. Again, nothing out of the brushes. Starts to curl as it crosses the hog line. Sweeping to try to help it curl over a little bit farther. And once again, just rubs off that stone. Sits where there's a chance to remove it. Just that little bit heavy. Sweepers couldn't really do anything with it. No question they're going to hit that red stone. All the debate here is about where do we roll, where can we roll. They're all grouped. There's not a lot of room to roll room side. You're going to roll into your own stone. Hard to get all the way across the field would be great, but the last option we discussed would be to roll all the way across the field to the other side. The problem is you can't get very far across the face of this stone because of where the guard is. Sweeping for curl again. It's just past the nose and rolls on top of his own shot stone. He's the two in the middle group, but the guard in the way. Doesn't do to try that same freeze. He's only the third shot now. That's not good enough. Looking at coming off the yellow at the edge of the 8 foot. Probably make a double. Probably make either double. You hit the first and middle thin. You come behind the one at the top of the 4 foot and catch the one at the top of the butt. Maybe the best result, but it's a harder shot. Much easier to go into the one at the top of the 4 foot. Not necessarily looking to kill the second yellow either. They're going to hit the one that's right beside the broom, come across and try to move that one under the top of the 4 foot. It's really flat. You have to throw it super hard to kill it. But the yellow line up at the top of the 4 foot is the problem for Tennessee. You know, he needs to move it over. Be a little thin on the first one. He does come across and kills that second one, but the shooter still to the back of the 8 foot. It's Mark Benner the chance to make a play on the redstone. Roll further over to the corner. For the Dropkin team at this point, it's all about keeping some distance between their two rocks and ideally not leaving any kind of angle for doubles. Getting through though, back to his original thought. Does not want to see a blank end here. Going to look to freeze to the face of shot stone. Tyler Tardy on his out turn for the left-hander. This time to make it nicely nudge that stone back just a little bit, give themselves some angle. Yellow Dropkin stone on the button. Continues to be shot rock with that stone just delivered. The red one, top of the fourth, but a dangerous stone for Korey Dropkin, a usable stone for Kevin Cooley. Well, just to try to freeze the inside corner of it. I think Eric thrilled with it. Content with the blank freeze. Did just peel the guard. Force Kevin Cooley to do something. He can't just blast him out, so he can just a chance at the blind. Third stone's here. I tend to believe if you peel the guard, he's going to put it back at least once. The concern for the Dropkin team has to be that if you come around now, 6 corner frozen on the red stone, you might get forced. There's not a lot of room to try to score a second point like that. I guess the other part of the conversation, I don't know whether that's in the head of Andrew Stefera or not, but I hate to keep talking about it. This is the 7th end, so the 4th time we've gone in this direction, and the Dropkin team has had at least 1 rock every end, and a couple of them had 2 rocks going this direction in this spot where they didn't get the we were looking for. So maybe a little gun shy to throw it again. They're going to throw that freeze. They have to get to the inside of the red. If you stay on the outside, you just leave everything queued up for Kevin Cooley. So in the end, they're going to play the peel on the guard. The discussion had to be, you got to expect them to throw it one more time. So they've probably already discussed what they're going to play on the next one. Makes the peel. Tyler Tardy was down at the far end discussing the options with Kevin, making his way back to the hacks now, but it looks like they are going to just replace the guard. Tyler Tardy with his first one made the nice freeze tap, just looking to guard that stone now. Looking for that last little bit of curl as much as they can, just so they didn't leave freeze available from the outturn side. Could be there. There might have been some hesitation from the Dropkin team in the last one because they didn't like that into it. They had a few rocks run straight there. The guard's a little more in line. You could probably get to the center line side of that second shot stone from the outturn now. Still an argument to be made for peeling the guard. What does Kevin do here? Looks like the argument for peeling the guard is 1-1. He's always going to have a chance to get shot rocket in the second guard. The problem for Dewey is he can't separate his red rocks. He's going to have to put the red at the top of the forefoot on over at the right hand side, so he's got to leave his rocks either grouped or roll his shooter out. Either one would give not a chance to chew here. He's going to make the play on Kurt's shot stone, the one at the back of the 8 foot. Either team wants to be the first one to address those 2 stones in the 4 foot. The reason being is it doesn't matter who plays it or how, you're going to have to leave a double on your own 2 stones. Both of these teams so good at playing doubles, you don't want to leave one for the opposition. Wants to stay right there. Great job on the brushes. They hold it right in that spot. Problem now for Korey Dropkin. If you hit that on the nose again, it might be a double for the off the do they play the hit and roll off the stone in the back? You could freeze to it too, I guess. They'll freeze to the inside corner of it. No chance for a double. What can they do with the top stone? So the way you can remove it past the yellow and still hold your shooter. Really tough. They make the hit and roll off the back stone. That might take away the double chance. However, if you roll, there's a way you could roll right to a spot where you leave everything in line and make the double actually easier. You have to either roll past the center line or just roll about a rock stick. Really thin on the first one. Looks like they've settled on hitting the stone at the top of the 8 foot, or top of the 4 foot, pardon me. And they catch half or just a little less than half. Roll across and sit somewhere in front of that stone. They will want to stay for second shot here. Crucial you stay in the range. Really, you'd like to stay for second shot. You might have, you know that Kevin Cooley's going to make a play on shot rock. You might have to leave a double. This is more weight than I expected. Then you're playing the double on the Reds here. Then comes across, does make the double, sits right there. Boy, that was a great shot by Korey Dropkin. A little bit of risk involved with it. You ever hit the first one too thick? Roll over the top of the second one. You were forced for sure. But a great result because it's made the double for Kevin Cooley just as tough. It's just as thin. For Kevin Cooley, even if you make it, you're looking at a blank here. Perfect result for Dropkin. He's either got a shot at the blank or a shot at two. Kevin could be throwing this quiet, try to just hit and roll in front of the yellows. This is going to girl. Well, swept it, puts a curl and maybe overcooked it, overcurled it a little bit, makes the hit. But not able to make the roll in front of the yellows. Could be a case here of Kevin Cooley was more comfortable giving up two and having to hammer than he was to get the blank anyway. So he play the shot and try to roll in front of it. Maybe make the last shot for Korey Dropkin more difficult. It'll be a chance for two. To hit it just slightly off the nose to pacify his own stone at the back of 4 foot. Kevin Cooley with a 3-2 lead. Korey Dropkin. His final stone looking to pick up two and take the lead into the 8th end. They're on the brush early on this one. Got to hold the line to pass it by his own stone at the back of the 4 foot. Nice shot, well swept, well called. They will pick up 2 points here in the 7th end. They can take the lead. Kevin Cooley will have last rock coming home.
I've been farming on my own right for 40 years now, I think. It's a very wholesome enterprise. You have very, very busy periods when you have to go hard. So many of our windows are so tight that you just can't afford to miss a couple days of seeding.
When a producer places their trust in us, that when it's time for them to be able to make their living, we're going to be there. That's a tremendous responsibility that is not a one-day-a-year thing, right? In order to actually deliver on that, you have to build your processes and you have to build your team and you have to have a mindset of operational excellence because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And it's our job to make sure that they don't go wrong. Or if they do go wrong, that we can fix it before it affects our customer.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands.
Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual letter lamps. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at letterlamps.com.
Eighth and perhaps final end underway here from Swift Current, the Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown. This is Sean Joyce, happy to join you here on the Saskatchewan Curling Stadium. Bring you this C event game. Winner moves on to a qualifier at 5:45 local time today. Playing a team that's currently on the ice playing in a B qualifier. The loser of that game drops down to play the winner of this one. The loser will be eliminated from this year's competition and is on their way home. We think they didn't need the extra pressure. Center guard thrown to start the end, and the corner guard attempt did not get as far off the center line as they might have liked. And that's maybe part of what's causing the extra time here. The thought for Devin Toohey. Can't really use that corner guard where he is. I guess you could come around from the wide side. Doesn't really want to come around the yellows. That's the easier looking shot. No mics directly on the players. There are mics out at ice level. I heard Kevin say something about running it back. I don't know if he's meaning on this shot, but concerned about leaving the double peel on the red if they do that. If you run it back, you have to stick it because the stone you're hitting initially would be the yellow stone in the free guard zone. You can't remove it from the center line or from play. So looking to throw the corner guard, I believe, on the other side now. Probably like to get this one a little bit wider. Nothing out of the brushes on this one, and they're back right away. The chance this is going to slide into the rings, I think. And it's going to be in the rings. It may as well be behind the tee line, hoping it get a nose hit. At least the rock can make it a freeze too later on. They won't be happy with that. If you did that in front of the rings, it would have been in the free guard zone. You wouldn't be able to make a play on it. It's an uncharacteristic miss there for Derek Martin. Mark Benner with a chance to make the hit, to make the early call for curl. Dixon rolls to the edge of the 12, but it does stay in play. Could have made an argument for rolling out on that one anyway. Rock's never going to help you, and it might get in your way later on. Kevin Toohey had already discussed the possibility of double peels. He just doesn't want to throw another corner guard just so they don't leave the chance for the double peel. Then look to come around the two yellows right now. Back of the 8, I think, was the call. Doesn't need to be that far back, not just for getting buried, but he needs to leave some separation between the yellow and the red. Coming to the back, he enticed the Dropkin team to follow it down. They're backing away from this one too. It's got a lot of line yet. Waited as long as they could for it to start to curl and still just gets to the edge of the bite. You can see from the back end, still daylight, room for Jacques Gauthier to get to the inside, hit and roll under cover. Shooters should still be completely in front of the tee line too. This is a good opportunity to try to set up the deuce early in this eighth end. By the front, it makes a little move at the hog line. Maybe a little more of a move at the hog line than they were expecting. Rolls in behind cover, but rolls far enough that he's behind the tee line. Same shot is there if they want to come down, sit on the face again, you have to make it. The double run is there as well. There's two reds in the rings. There's actually, if either one first, probably kill them both. Look to hit it just off the nose on the center line, or on the broom side. Under the stone at the top of the 12, back into the rocks in the 4-foot. Maybe a little thin on the first one, drives it back and does catch one of the red stones, but rolls to the edge of the 8-foot. Continues to be two. He's sitting one at the back 4-foot, two guards to work with. I think you only get half around the yellow guard now. That raised stone at the edge of the 8-foot would be a rock to jam on as well. Looking at something else, I'm not sure what they asked about. Just you could hit the stone that was just raised in and rolling behind the corner that way. That might be the other option with the stuff. Certainly know how to get there with the draw. There have been some underthrows in the game, but that's the bonus to this one is you don't have to dead area. Leave half goes in the yellow on the edge of the 8-foot is a rock that you could jam on. Out of room right now, but starting to make its move. Marshall's waited as long as they could for that rock to start to curl. Now can they get it in far enough for the second shot? No. Settle with the edge of the 8-foot is second. That's only a piece under cover. And it provides a little bit of cover for the stone at the back of the 4-foot as well. And you should skip the team to the third rock thrower. He's in the hacks now. He can make a play on shot rock, but he can't stay buried. Dropkin making him playing the run again. Yellow on the red, might be able to double both of the reds out of the rig. It's not without risk. If you don't kill them both, gives Kevin Key a chance to make one better, and we just play that and could overlap the corner guards. I don't have anything left to run after that. Make the play on shot rock. That stone that was just delivered is too usable for get him to. You could split it, perhaps sit two that way. You could tap it up on the angle, in behind the corners. Hitting the back one doesn't really help you. I think in the end they settled on playing the freeze. Shot stone, back button. Really wants to sit right on the face here. You saw from the hacks just a little bit less ice. They have had some undercurls in this game. Have to get to the face, stay on the corner. 23 might be able to get the inside of it. The last of the two stones and rolling behind cover. Well, this one looks like it's moving a little early. Has to get by that stone at the top of the 8 foot. Not going to. Doesn't move it far enough, I don't think, to be what would be third shot right now. It's still fourth. It's 3 at the back of the 4 foot sitting shot. One was just delivered his second, and the one at the edge of the 8 foot is third. Cardi will look to second shot stone, go towards the corner, probably catches the indication, probably catches the back end of the other red stone, but should be able to get into second shot position with some protection from the front. It's fairly quiet. It's the yellow red are so close together. I don't think there's any way he misses the red one. So you can hit this first yellow fairly thin. Looking for some curl now. They really get across the face just to make sure they pass it by their own and just touch the stone with the back of the 4 foot. Not a bad result. It does leave a chance for the double, but if Korey Dropkin makes the double, his shooter won't be far enough in the rings to looking at the double on the two reds at the top of the 8 foot danger of jamming to play that. Make the straight back double. Your shooter is still in the third shot, and his currently second shot is open on the side. That's an interesting call. Might be their best option coming in off their own. Might be the best result. Tough shot. You're trying to hit the red on the left if you look at it from the overhead. Not looking at the double, he's looking at where he can get the shooter to end up. So in that case, trying to pass it by the one at the back of the 4 foot and stay angled on the one at the top of the 8. Thinking that would give him overlap rocks to come around with his last one. In the end, it looks like they're playing the straight back double. I say that only because Andrew Squatera swept the path to clear the 2 stones. We'll leave a shooter right there if he makes this. So that's another rock to use. I think he just knows it drives it by the stones back and forth, but it's not the end of the world. The shooter will still be in a good spot to use. If you ever play the fifth and roll over the corner freeze on the other one, yeah, you leave the stagger, but you won't be able to promote this stone for sure. You want to stuff it. He did. So Kevin Cooley's still sitting shot at the back of the button. It's already looking at him. Kevin agreeing with him, looking to draw around to the top of the 4 foot. Kind of like to tap on the stone that's already there and use your shooter to protect the one at the back button. You only have to move it 6 inches to have second shot. You can move it a couple of feet if you wanted to. Thinking here has to be if you come right into the top 4 foot. In order for Korey Dropkin to make the double, he probably has to lose his shooter. Could leave you an open shot on the side for the win, so you can't really play the double. But we're talking about when you come off yellow into the shot stone. Tough shot. There's Martin now with the shot I was talking about. Kevin Cooley perhaps now for the first time in the end looking to see who's got second shot. Kevin might have been thinking he had second shot. He takes a look around the outside, so he realizes it's yellow. He is looking at that top. There's nothing wrong with the shot he was calling originally either, though. If you put this top of the 4 foot tight enough together so that Korey Dropkin can't make the double and stay, that yellow stone is wide open too. That ice, I gotta believe he's ended up deciding to play the tap on the red. You can sit to and protect shot rock with this. Tricky part here for Kevin Cooley. You can only see about half of that stone. You only want to roll Well, if you hit it on half, you want the shooter to stay pretty much right where it is. You can't have a lot of weight here. If you overroll, you actually leave Korey Dropkin a path to get at shot stone, and you might be able to roll behind cover. Starting to cool now. So they're going to have to go to get any kind of roll close to the nose. Down, nudges it up. Probably left enough room for Korey Dropkin to try to freeze. Wanted to roll just about half a rock field further over. And at least he's got the run back on his own, but as it is, Dropkin have the chance to freeze. I think Tui always has the yellow on the, if you look at the overhead, the left-hand side that can come off it. So this has to be locked right on the face. Suited to an excellent game here this morning, afternoon now. Korey Dropkin, a 1-point lead here if you play in the 8th. Facing two counters, needs the freeze here with his final stone. Force something out of Kevin Tui. He locks this right on the face, maybe slightly on the broom side corner. Tui might have mistakes to try to score the single and get the extra in, but leaves the way for Kevin to blast this out and get 2. Right on the face, right on the corner, and boy, I don't know if he's even left the room to score. Might have to play the double raise. That's what he's looking at. The red corner guard onto the stone that he tapped up with the last one. Onto the stone on the button. And even if you make it, hard to make it without killing the stone at the back of the button. Possible. Yeah, what an outstanding draw by Korey Dropkin. In danger of losing this game and made it so good he might be able to steal the win here without even having to play an extra inning. Had to cue it up on that angle just so that Kevin Tui can't come off the yellow on the left if you look at it from the overhead. That would jam on the red behind it. This is probably his only shot to score. Could still be there to score 2. Can't really rule out anything here. We could see a steal. We could see Kevin Tui pick up 2. It's also possible we could see a single point scored for Kevin Tui and an extra inning. Throwing a rocket here, it's really not important how hard you hit it, it's how precise you hit it. On the brush, this has got to be close. Red onto red. Catches the edge of the yellow, moves it far enough that the stone at the back of the button will count 1, but we are going to have an extra end here in this C event matchup. Kevin Tui, Korey Dropkin, one more end to determine who moves into the qualifier later this afternoon.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at letterlands.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster. Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
The Koey team played the long guard with their first one at the end, but didn't touch the center line. The Dropkin team able to play the pick shot, push that stone to the edge of the playing surface, but doesn't touch the divider, so that's a legal shot. Dealt with one center guard. Shooter is in the way if they take away any kind of a draw pass. Happen to need it for the outdoor to do that button over one. Ruck's come yet. We can see that Ruck's still there when we get to that point. Throw the tighter guard now and last little bit of brush just to make sure they're touching the center line this time. Thomas Howell being asked to come into the forefoot now around that center guard. You might have left to throw another guard, but that'll be the fifth stone in the end. So you can start playing your double field right after this one. Dooley knows they can play the double field, doesn't want them throwing doubles. He's going to call for this into the rings. See the face of the yellow. And if they drop the team will just straight field the guard if you do that. As long as they're not playing with doubles, you know you're going to have something to work with. Gauthier looking to come down to the face of that phone a little bit strong on the side that has been just that little bit straighter. Comes right by everything to the back 12 foot. Expected. Mark Benner being asked to simply peel the center guard now. comes across, touches that red stone that was just about out of play and moves it into the rings. Trying to decide where do we put the guard now. You know they're going to feel if you split the center line, you don't expect them to ever flash one of those. So looking to get maybe a sliver of this underneath the yellow corner. The edge of that yellow stone, you're kind of hoping that they at least have to play inside out to make the peel. Maybe they over curl close to the nose, maybe something that way. At the very least, you know that by playing that, you're not going to get any kind of double peel. Our center with the hit. Goes across this time behind that red stone. Out of play. Looking to mix up the position on these stones a little bit now with where he's going now. Cover the edge of the 4-foot on the other side. And he was very precise with where he tapped the ice. The reason being that the spot there, you put it just ahead of the logos in the ice, and half a rock on either side is close to jamming something. See Kevin looking over his shoulder. You want to put this spot where they might jam it off that red one. Never going to peel it towards the middle where they could jam it into their own. Hit, catches the top edge of that stone and removes it from play. That's the bonus. No jams over on that side now. Where he pointed Kevin's first thought was to go up along beside the Yellowstone and hopefully tried the double peel and stuffed it. It got a little bit closer to the center line that way. I think this was a question that came from Atkins. Did he just go into the 12-foot behind the corner guard? Not that he could steal with a rock in the 12-foot, but it would still work as a guard later. Boy, he was big as a cross at the center or across the hog line. He was deeper than what they had in mind, but he mostly buried. Andrew Stefera going to go after it with board weight. This is an either or. If you rub the guard, it's not the end of the world. If you ever get by, make the hit on this stone, roll back towards the middle somewhere. That corner guard no longer protecting enough of the rings that you'd ever have to worry about it. Deeping for Curl, he's got lots of room by the guard. Just touches it on the way by. Not enough to get it out of the rings, but does move it out from behind cover into the 12-foot. Continues to be Korey Dropkin sitting shot rock. Stone at the top of the 4-foot. Just the one guard to work with. Protecting the edge of the 8. That room, I think Kevin's Kennedy has gone back to the idea he had in his last one to build a longer guard somewhere up beside the yellow. All he's got left with his last one was ready to hit and roll over off that yellow. Didn't need a miss from Korey Dropkin. Might be some discussion just how far do you want to roll on the last one. You roll dead buried, you know he's going to drop. Swing first, needs to make this guard. You expect that Korey Dropkin will simply peel it. He's playing the freeze here. This might be a freeze attempt. Got a couple rocks here under curl. This one really going sideways. Needed to be right on the face and it in a spot where nose hit should kill them both. They dropped the big and hit just a little bit off nose on the center line side. A relatively open shot for your last one. Even if you just blast these out, lose your shooter. Devin Shooter really has no place to hide. He can get in behind that long yellow corner guard, but he's only going to be just full 8 foot. First only extra end here for Korey Dropkin. Makes the hit. He flips that red out of the side of the 12 foot as well. Loses everything out of the 4 foot. It's just the one Huey stone at the back 12 foot sitting shot rock and the corner guard. Huey will look for a spot to put this rock in. Interesting that I saw Tyler Tardy tap the top of the 8 foot on the intern side, and that is the spot the Dropkin team has had trouble with in this entire game. A number of rocks run a little straight on them. So if you're thinking, well, we need a rollout here, that might be the spot. Gote is tapping the 12 foot on that side. But the thinking there is that Korey Dropkin wants to draw the outturn, draw past to the button. That corner guard's in the way. There's still plenty of room to draw. It's just you wouldn't have access to the path you'd like to play on the outturn. Put one in the 12 foot. And I wind up to the edge of the 4 foot on the other side. You could take away the intern path to the button as well. Still have all of the 8 foot available. Could draw as if he was drawing behind the corner guard himself. In the danger of overcurling house. In the end, Kevin Cooley deciding he better just throw the draw to get as much protection as we can. We'll use that long corner guard. Probably doesn't want to be dead buried here. He'd like to stay as close to the 4 foot as he can. And you know that Dropkin's not going to risk a rollout. So if you're even half behind cover, he's not going after it. He's going to play the straight draw. It can be quarter to 0.5% cover right on the tee line and just about touching the 4-foot. Probably the best you can do with it. Should have been on this all the way down. He needs to get close to the tee line to get as much house as he can. They're going to have to work just to get raised. Puts it in the 12-foot. He is sitting 2, but that really doesn't change the shot for Korey Dropkin at all. Going to have the in-turn draw towards the button. He's not quite a big bite of the 8. I've had a few rocks run a little straighter for them on the side, but as long as he's not heavy, that won't hurt him now. Archers pick it up early. More than just a light sweep on this as well. Now easing up a little bit as they come into the top of the rings. Korey Dropkin with his final stone in the extra end puts it right on the button. He will pick up the win here over Kevin Cooley. That moves Dropkin into a qualifying game at 5:45 local time today. A chance to go on to the playoffs. And Kevin Cooley has been eliminated from this year's Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown. Still more action yet to come from Swift Current today. Men's and women's play as they work towards the championship round. Tomorrow we will have all of the action for you here on the Saskatchewan Curling Stadium.
We feed the world with Nutrien, and a large portion of what our job is to get fertilizer out with the carriers so they can get directed to the farms or to the different retail locations. We know that if we don't have the answer to something, we're not afraid to reach out because we have support from everyone. We've got a really good team behind us.
Saskatchewan Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Saskatchewan can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Showdown, the largest international curling event in Canada this season. We're so glad you decided to join us to watch some of the top teams from around the world participate in this event. My name is Jesse Hamonic, and I'm the Vice President and Country Head of Nutrien Ag Solutions Canada. Like farming, curling brings our communities together, and Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to promoting the diversity of sport within the communities where we work and live. We're so grateful to the Western Showdown team for allowing us to partner with them to bring you this event, and I want to wish you all, the teams, a safe and successful event.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Curling Showdown. We're so glad you've decided to join us to come see some of the world's best curlers participate in this event. My name is Jim Grundy. I'm the branch director for RBC Dominion Securities here in Swift Current. Our branch is not only a huge fan and support of curling in our community, we're also proud to support the 2023 Nutrien Ag Solutions Western Curling Showdown, as RBC is committed to working with our community to promote and celebrate vibrancy in sport in the community in which we live. Thank you to everyone on the organizing committee for putting this great event together, and on behalf of RBC Dominion Securities, enjoy the tournament.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.